Ah, the internet. It's not my internet. It's OBS. My internet says full bars, so it's it's the RCMP, man. The CIA and the RCMP are coming for me. Quick, follow the channel before it's too late. It's gonna be a running gag. The reality is we just have shitty internet monopolies in Canada, so the service is crap. My brother upgraded it recently for a fat lot of good that'll do, but maybe it'll help. Got a Colt 45, 1911. Apparently it was not the correct button.
Hope I never have to use it. Something tells me I will.
Nice. That's how we loot. Yeah, there's some collecting parts and stuff in this game. Kind of wish I had a controller because I like playing these sorts of games with a controller, but that's okay. As you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning in the presence of something great, yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Jonas von der Berg. Excellent. Good Merchant. Laos Fortsetter. I need a lot of practice still. Okay. Cool little poster.
Trust a tourist advertisement.
Wow, National Park, it's waiting for you. Yeah, probably wise. Oh, they've got the comic books. Is that like a thing in the 20s? They did have a lot of posters because of the war propaganda, right? So it's definitely a thing, but... What is this? I'm supposed to take a picture of this? I don't know my controls. Pretend I'm a dumbass for a second. Boom. Shakalaka. That's a Muppet Treasure Island reference. But, yeah. Anywho, can we grab this?
Never trust a
No,
tourist
I think it's time to
advertisement.
go. Yeah, better learn a bit of the controls. We got a gun here. It's not loaded. Probably should fix that. A brick. You can see what kind of tools we're working with here. He's almost got less equipment than I do.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice.
Yes.
Johannes van der Berg.
The guy from the letter.
At your service.
The yellow
I
suit.
did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
That's unsettling.
Much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city.
They're in your other
of
yellow suit, no
Oakmont.
doubt.
Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Is it very appropriate to be playing Sinking City at 1 in the morning? I think it is. I have options. Nice suit. Come on, I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it though. That's too far. Let's be selfish.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more
Quest time?
on his hands.
Sure.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to
Nice suit.
stand.
I don't know if we should say that, obviously. What's he like?
Tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton.
A remarkable creature.
He's a bully.
Scion of a robust
Nope.
bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great
Oh.
ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already fettered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel.
You know, the script in here is actually pretty good.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What are they do your hair?
How do you fill
What is it you
days,
do
Mr.
here?
I
Vanderberg?
host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligent.
That's exactly how I describe my political activities to people that I don't want to be straightforward with.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market?
I'm like, oh, I discuss philosophy with my brother.
Consciousness without pain.
They have no idea.
No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
I feel the same way. Although I think you're more into worshipping eldritch deities than doing leftist politics.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things. at the
Fast
hotel.
travel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat.
Boat here
I've
is
got
pretty
the
cool.
latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes.
I love how the rain doesn't fall on him.
Towards the Devil's
Isn't that
Reef.
kind of disturbing? Is he like under a roof, but
Down and
still.
other key places.
Goodbye.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
This guy is like Satan
Before
in
you go,
disguise.
How can I get in touch with
It's
you?
the yellow suit, I think,
Don't
that
worry about that.
really.
I'm
makes
the
me
kind of
suspicious.
man who finds you.
Okay, that was creepy. He's so charming, though. I mean, oh, he is like under a roof, that's why it's not very wet. I'm just standing out here in the open, because whatever. I've been in the trench so long that if I dry out, I actually die. Like how squids come to the surface of the ocean and fall apart. They require more moisture. I think the audio level's good. I'm just checking all this stuff. Gun's fine. Well, I don't think we're gonna throw us right into combat. Okay, right off the bat, I have to say, very nice looking game. The anti-alias scene's a bit not quite up to the level I'd like, but still. The model work is amazing. Like, look at this 1920s ass truck. Maybe Ford made, I don't know. It's common back then. It could be anything. Basket of fish. Welcome to Oakmont. Yeah, it's really well put together scene so far. I don't think the props and stuff maintain the quality the entire game through, but there's definitely like, I wouldn't say that it's like attention to detail the same way the Blade Runner game was, where it feels very believable. Because I don't know if this is believable, but it is. It's like a really well put together haunted house. That's like the best analogy I can think of. Like, it has a really good mood. We have a map. It's M. I hate it. It's far away. There's a boat right ahead. Did he mark where we're supposed to go? Would he have been so kind as to perform this? He said he marked some stuff. Oh. No. I don't remember how to play this. Oakmont Port. Person in Oakmont Port. That's the letter. Hotel room key. That's cool. Lore. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing like a collect everything playthrough again in this game. But oh, he's the obvious dude over here. Excellent. That makes it easy. All the arrows point to right. Gee, should we rebel against fate? Nah. Let's just go talk to
I don't care about your petty
Thogmorton.
excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse
Me?
me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go
What?
away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Perhaps we can. Your features are unusual. You're one ugly monkey. So I think the monkey people are like elites here or something. Should we ask them about it? Is it rude? What do you know about the visions? I don't really care. Let's ask
If I
about this.
ask, what happened to your
Let's
son?
bootleg.
Why do you
Oh, we're not
care?
supposed to.
What's your angle, outsider?
Didn't you just say we could help each other? Or what do you mean?
Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it?
True.
Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool.
I
over
like
says he
the
found
main
out
character's
control
like
of the
listless
lifeboat.
vibe.
Says he was
Like
barely
he's very
conscious,
like
out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language.
he gives the impression that he's like been and seen through. He's like been through so much that like he's just sort of like half awake at all times.
I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Voice acting here is pretty solid. Obviously, the lines are a little bit on the cheesy side, but definitely. I mean, maybe the bar is low for Blade Runner. Blade Runner is extremely hokey, although the atmosphere is second to nothing. But okay, let's go talk about this.
These Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now,
Racist.
those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. A port.
Yeah, so there's like
Bay,
half
Salvation
fish people,
Harbor,
and this guy's like half
They
monkey
are
or something.
everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that...
At least this game is very overt with its
Simply speaking,
class-based
they are
themes
sticking
and
part
how
of
the
trouble.
elite resorts to petty claims of legitimacy like pillar of community in times of hardship and the scapegoating nature of their rhetoric for sure. And he's also surrounded by paid goons, which is pretty on point. A couple points for that, I guess. I'll have
I've
to
heard you're the
ask him
man to
about this.
speak to
Like,
about
oh, I am
vicious
supposed to ask him about this.
outbreaks
Okay,
in
sorry.
Astoria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Okay, I get it. Must do side quest first.
Mr. Throgmorton.
I can put two and two
I can
together.
help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
I'm
Let's
desperate and
just
motivated.
say I
That's
tend
about
to
it.
See things that others miss. And
Oh,
anyway,
and I have
what have you
cheatsy,
got for us?
hacky
Sounds like you
superpowers.
use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious.
What a charming
occurred
fellow.
inside the house.
Not as charming as Johannes.
Stop dawdling and go
But
see
Johannes
for
is
yourself.
charming in like he's probably the devil sort of way. Where's the
That's where
house?
this all happened.
For Kay's sake, I
I
thought
thought he
you
was
were
gonna
a
say for fuck's
paradise.
sake.
Was standing right in front of it.
Wow. I'm just making my job easier. Oh,
As much
that's
as
all
I
I need to
enjoy
know,
the
I think. I
weather,
got
Mr.
psychic
Throgmorton,
abilities, so that should be more than enough
Get started.
to get this started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Cry me a river. I must enter my mind palace. Whoa. Let's dig up some clues. Yeah, the like the game, I don't know if it gives like an immersive lived-in realistic vibe, but it gives a very cool haunted house vibe, which is nice. It does feel like you're going through a dream, which I think that's what they were going for, so that's fine. Oh man, that dissonant soundtrack. I do love like dark ambient music. It's I listen to it occasionally, but even more than that, I love doomer jazz. Like Bad Angels, I think, is a very famous one. Doomer jazz is the best, man. If you like music that makes it feel like the mold of the universe is seeping out through the cracks in the sidewalk, doomer jazz is for you. Big recommend. And it's definitely in line with the feeling of this game. Yeah, I read all of H.P. Lovecraft's works. No big deal. Yeah, I've actually read like mostly everything. There's definitely a few of his, like Red Hook is actually like straight up pretty racist, but for the most part, I would say like it's not really centered around that. The guy's one of those dudes who's like a racist, but he's kind of like weak, pathetic, harmless racist who doesn't actually cause too much damage. But yeah, he is like that. I don't think it's a major theme in his works, but some people find that stuff to be more sensitive, which is like fine. Here's the thing about that though, is that I pay a lot more attention to the biographies of people who create art and stuff if you're trying to emulate them for examples, but I'm not trying to emulate any of H.P. Lovecraft's characters or his books because it's all about bad stuff, so I just don't find it like it matters that much. The guy was obviously like a shut-in and he's a bit of a dork. It's like, dude, it's just how he is. I don't think he could be, if he was a more like worldly person, he would probably be less racist, but he probably wouldn't write weirdo sci-fi books, so it is what it is. He's not a role model. There you go.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Hathor Bjornsson? That's like the mountain from Game of Thrones. I believe that's the actor's name. He's like the world's strongest man or something like that.
I'm surprised they don't have.
At least he
someone's
won that
bullshit
award
here.
many times. To throw daggers into it? Oh, lol. Why though? Oh, sweet cultist knife.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful.
This will be
work.
merch. If you follow the channel, we'll make cultist merch.
Seems like prohibition hasn't affected
Probably
Oakmont
not, probably
too
not. I'm just
much.
kidding. Kind of funny though. Okay, Q, you get Mind's Eye. Let's grab this. Oh, there's something in here. Oh. Hold? Oh. I speak fluent grimoire Sneesian. Luckily. He said, I want pepperoni extra cheese. Don't go easy on the anchovy. Yep. Sinister whispering, that's... E is shovel things in the face. And in most games it's used, so I'm a little confused by that. Still. That is a creepy picture. I love looking at old-timey colorized photos because it gives you a real feeling of like how people were back then. I find images don't give you the same feeling because the posing is so stiff. This is like a good example.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Creepy, apparently.
Seems like prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont
I
too
didn't see
much.
anything special about that picture though, except their eyes were weird. But I remember them being fish people. Sort of. The whispering, that's probably not good.
5 cards short of a full house.
What does that mean? It's funny though. Holy shit, the whispering
I can barely
intensifies.
recognize the face of the poor
Squished
fella.
him.
He was beaten to a pulp.
Yeah, what the fuck? Holy crap. I am armed? Oh, no, those are... Shadow. Oh. Cease and desist. I'm just gonna... It's a huge waste of ammo, but... What the hell?
I can barely recognize the face.
I love how everyone else in this room is just like cool with me shooting randomly into the room. Because clearly that was a hallucination. It's part of my process. Don't question it, please.
Choo choo.
What the fuck are these comments, man? I love this guy. He's whack as I am. A supplies, cool. No bullets though. This guy's seen things you people wouldn't
You
believe.
hear me?
Oh, my head. What?
Too much of the old whiskey.
You police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Clue me in, boyo. Old son.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came
Gross.
back carrying Throgmorton's
Don't you have a
son.
toilet?
He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again. To
Okay,
call
so this
Mr.
part of the
Roberts.
story is probably true.
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds, and okay, my
So
head began to
Albert
burst, and he woke up.
Transformed or went crazy, perhaps?
After that, I don't remember a thing. Just
I don't know.
dreams, drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
Do you want me to call you or is that your preferred name?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a
Will,
fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouth of Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking
Gotta
anymore,
share
so
one house because
started
times
fishing.
are tough money-wise.
I'm
Relatable.
starved.
I had to do that when I worked at the bar. Shanks Crowfoot, I used to work there in Calgary, and yeah, I had to like split the rent with like 8 people. It kind of sucked. Wouldn't have been so bad, but one guy was like a heavy drug user and never paid his rent, and then also had like hookers over all the time. And he was totally inconsiderate of blast music, even if he had work like 4 more hours in the morning. It was pretty nightmarish. Not fun. That guy was a raging asshole. I'm gonna take some of my medicine and be right back. Take more a couple seconds. Stuff for my nose. I already like how this game has representations of, you know, average working class people. A lot of games just totally ignore it for the most part. So, yep.
Where are all the other guys?
At least having
That's
people in here at
Paul there on
all
the
is
floor.
interesting, right?
Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky Rascal missed everything, and I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Hmm.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Okay. The great god Okay.
Who is this Kay you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know.
I'm wholly ignorant
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
of just about
Please,
everything.
Detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or
I'm suspecting it's Albert,
him.
but whatever.
Yeah, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest.
Although
you
I don't
just
think
try and get
Albert
some
will
rest.
ever feel the
Afraid
grasp
that I
of the
might
law. But hey. Or into the Mind Palace. Whoa. So I believe you get a bunch of clues and you have to string them together.
What's happening?
I assume this is Albert. He's going crazy. Some more events over here.
Take this, ape face.
Right in the face. Ratty Trinat. Innsmouther shot him. Somebody's Donkey Kong barreling. That's a harmful stereotype. Not all ape people throw barrels. It's not even him, actually. That's just some other dude, I think. This must be Albert, yeah. Anywho.
Run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
I assume it's just an order of, like... I'm not even gonna try to fix that. 1, 2,
Take
3.
this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them.
Ray damage can
Got
actually do
wounded
that.
and fled.
Gross. We're losing it. We're actually totally losing it. No, I step right on your just there. He's already dead. I need to talk to this guy at all? Oh my god, everyone here is such like weird. Whoops. It's E. E's usually utilize things. Okay. Op's more interested in beating up the working poor and the filthy unemployed. That makes me want to play Outer Worlds. Oh my god, I'm so excited for Outer Worlds 2. I actually think it's gonna be amazing, and Death Stranding too. Cyberpunk 2077 was a massive disappointment. I just can't wait till those games come out. I liked a lot about 2077, but yeah,
I've said everything I know.
whatever.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
Pulls out a card. You'd think I would follow a trail at this point, right? But... Huh. Could talk to Throgmorton, is that his name? But I didn't really find out very much here, so let's check the Mind Palace first. Oh, wait, do we have to do something with this? So we have to connect things. So I remember in here, it's like, these are pretty obvious connections, so you just try to make the basic logic connections. That's a bit... I can track down, yeah, so we just connected to basic things. Don't overthink it, that was what I remember from this. And so now we can track them, I bet. Is there more that we can do? Okay. No. Uh-huh. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. These are just like obvious things, right? So maybe we can track him down at this point. What's this? I can track down Albert. Yeah, we would like to place on map for sure. Although it should be fairly easy. Yeah, just follow. Shadowy dudes. It's so easy. Everything is creepy. Everything's disturbing when you're part of a team.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Damn. Really had it in for old Throgmorton Jr. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Aha. Au pair. Va om dette vei. What about this way? It's really weird with the old handprints, but it's a really ugly hat. Oh, is it?
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port. So it's a prohibition period? But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. From Russia with love, Peter. Cool.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs
Eyes
to
are
could
so
not
dried
go
out.
far.
Cool. Well, obviously we can go down there, but still different. Supposedly supplies, but hope we get something. Probably learn how to craft a little bit. I believe it's not super complicated, so. Yeah, I did a political stream earlier if anyone missed that. I do rant about politics occasionally. Usually when I play games, I try to tie it to themes the game's exploring anyways, because they're written into it. And it just helps. Like, I'm one of those people who feels like art should facilitate, you know, help you live your life. You know, so I draw out the themes in games, and a lot of times it is political. And then I'm planning on doing separate political reaction videos just to start, and then maybe eventually guests. I wouldn't mind having guests on, for sure, because that's what I enjoy the most. We'll see how that goes. I want to do a film analysis of Andor, but there's still going to be video game stuff on the channel, and you know, yeah. Pretty much just how it's been going so far. Oh my god, these puddles look really good, actually. On that note. Little splashes when you walk through them, too. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there's actually a surprising amount of detail in this game. Again, it doesn't feel immersive so much as like a nightmarish world that's kind of like good looking in a weird way. Can we craft? And how do we craft? Oh. Inventory. We can make stuff. I would like to make bullets. 4 bullets I feel is not enough. We can make 1 bullet at a time. That is disturbing. Wow, we're back at 6. Yeah, I do remember that about this game. Okay, so we do have melee, so I should probably make use of that. Not now.
The blood is fresh.
Idiot.
Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
I love this guy's like grovelly voice. Like he smoked a lot of cigarettes in his day. I can't do it properly, of course, but yeah. Is that a plastic bucket? Nah, it's like metal. I was gonna say they probably have that back then, right? Canned goods. Doomsday over here. Doomsday prepper. The shuffling will continue until morale improves. It's E. I'm sorry, it's E. They could change the button, but
The door won't budge.
now's the time to do it. See? What the fuck? Thought this was supposed to be a kid's game. Double-breasted suit. Oh, mean good. Oh shit! Back up. He's out of gas. Oof. Can I? Is there dodge? Nope. Is there? That's. Save some bullets. Oh, it's a giant, gutted, rotted whale carcass. What the fuck? That's gnarly, dude. Okay, my brother is right. This is the game I should play on the side. I hope there's an audience for it. I assume there's like some niche audience for Sinking City. I thought there'd be people up at 1 in the morning, but I don't really know. Gnarly, dude. Nope.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident.
He was probably killed by the other lodger. Well, that explains the nice suit, because this is Albert. But Throgmorton will. I mean, he's not gonna blame us. At least we found him, right? Although he's probably not gonna be generally happy. I'm sure he'll. In real life, he'd probably be so distraught that he wouldn't even think about rewarding us. Ah, I'm seeing leeches, bro. Is there nothing else here? I thought perhaps we could do some more investigation, but
Fatal round through the forehead.
that's not the case.
That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Deliberate. It's like when you leave the toilet seat up in the bathroom. Deliberate. Not much else here. Pallets. I'm a pallet guy. I did a lot of work involving pallets in warehouses. I have the amazing ability to chuck them around. Yep. It's, yeah. Maybe not that impressive, but I am hardcore pro, I keep saying. I like pallets. Okay, let's check out that mine palace. I don't really know how to. Okay. Albert was murdered. These two seem connected, but they're not. Bar owner was indebted to Lewis. That's not connected. That's not connected. That's not connected. Lewis may be at the bar. Really? I would not actually have guessed that. I was just clicking randomly. Could you guess? Okay, so you went to go get more money. That actually does make sense. Lewis may have wanted Albert dead because he was a Throgmorton, rather than just drive him off. Alrighty. I feel like I missed a clue, but I don't think it's important at all. Maybe at the bar. That is a good enough lead, I guess. Yeah, so like the investigation here is nothing to write home about. We just got off of Blade Runner, and it has real investigations. Probably got the best investigation mechanics of any game ever. Amazing for 1997. Sinking City is not at all up to that level. It is like the most basic, like, use psycho stuff and look around the room and put together a crime scene. And if you get it wrong, then it just keeps letting you do it until you get it right. But it doesn't really matter. I don't really play games for the investigation mechanics. Like, I used to walk through most of Blade Runner. I know there are huge investigation fans, like people who play L.A. Noire probably fall into that category, I'd imagine. But I haven't really gotten too into it. I'd consider streaming L.A. Noire, though, for sure. I'm not a big noir fan, actually. Blade Runner's technically neo-noir, but I don't really like it for that specifically. Okay, we're definitely going to want to go to the bar. We don't have it marked on the map. And we're going to have to do that as soon as we can. Perhaps we have... You want to place that marker. Maybe at the bar, yes. Voor Aarde. Voor Arden. Is it one of these ones, maybe? They don't really... Is this the bar? Oh, they don't tell us. Uh-huh. I see. I feel like the bar is going to be pretty easy to find, however. So I'm not too concerned about that. The frosty welcome. It's like when you go into the super mall and like the AC's blasting too high. I'm a man of simple pleasures. I miss going to the mall and getting like a Frogurt. You know. Oh. Yo, I'm the best private eye in the land. I found the bar by wandering 10 feet. Dope. How do I get in? Well, that would involve me actually knowing basic things like finding doors. Which is asking a lot, really. Look, I'm a psychic. That doesn't mean I'm a genius. Those are two very different things. Aha! Let's come in blasting. I think that's the way to go. This is not going to improve very... Like, E is just used in every game. Every freaking game uses E as use. Like, left click is attack. It's taking all of my willpower to even press left on this guy because it's usually to be aggressive. I'll dance in front of him. There. Now he knows that I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Oh, now that he's asked, I guess it's okay.
I ain't eaten in days.
Bullets are currency. That's pretty dumb, but I guess it makes for, like, good gameplay, so I can't complain. Gameplay comes first, I guess. Up higher, it's life for me. We pillage and plunder and rifle and loot. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. Usually always works. Ooh, awkward. Oh, cool. He's got like a modern metal fan. That must have cost a pretty penny. And a gramophone. Holy fuck, this guy's... Like, this gramophone would be worth a lot back then. This is a big fucking deal to have this thing. Alright, Red Magic Mountain, and like... Magic Mountain takes place just before World War I. And like there, it's like a brand new invention. Like only the latest, richest, fashionablest people have it. But this isn't long after that, so it'd still be pretty rare, for sure.
Welcome to Under the Tequila.
Left clicking's so
What
weird,
do you
man.
want?
Welcome to Under the Tequila, which is what you'll soon be under the table when you drink it. I've seen some unsettling creatures. Should we start with a small talk?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chances
Lewis Flynn.
Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
He's half honest. You want him gone. I can help. You're harboring a criminal. I don't know what to pick here, and I know if I pick the wrong one, it's gonna fuck me over. Egregiously. Totally. My first instinct was I want him. You want him gone. I can help. But harboring a criminal actually makes more sense. Like, he's not gonna want to get in trouble with the law. And he already wants him gone. I don't need to remind him of that. But I feel like if I pick this, it's not gonna work. But I'm gonna go with the logic.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
Good point.
What?
This would probably persuade most people.
I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throck.
Okay, apparently this game is like kind of logical.
Here's the key.
I feel like that was the much better choice, so I'm glad it rewarded me a little bit for that. Maybe both worked, I don't know. Bye-bye. May we never cross paths again. The key. This guy's just lying, and what are these, starfish or something? See, this game doesn't really make sense. It's kind of like a fever dream. Like, everything's slightly off. Like, look how they got his face. It's just like a little crooked. His hat's a little crooked. Everything's slightly tilted. I love that. That is a really cool attention to artistic vision, right? That's what I love about this game. Like, I as I've said, I've played this game from start to finish with, like, no radar and shit. Like, full immersion. And I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's not a perfect game by any means, or even really that great, to be honest. But sometimes that doesn't matter. I might, to be honest, not beat this while I'm streaming. Depends how popular it is. But just because, like, it does drag on after a while, and I feel like if you play a lot of it, you don't really need to beat it. But if it's very popular, I'll finish it for sure. Oh, this is a cool fucking chess set. Look at this. Wait, take a look at this bad boy. I'm not a big chess guy, but I always like chess sets because they're cool, right? Damn, that is a cool chess set. It's a kind of minimalist. That actually would be pretty fashionable by today's standards for sure. I'm more of a Go player myself, but it's cool. It's cool. I always wanted to start a Go club when I was a kid, but I'm always... That's young. When you're young, it's hard. But obviously now that I'm older, I'm like, politics seems way more important. It's like I can't imagine wasting energy on something like a Go club.
Hey, who are
I
you?
wouldn't mind doing physical
What are you
sports
doing?
or something though. It's for my own
Charles
health.
Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Should I have my
Alex.
hand on the gun
I
button?
think you know why I'm here.
Throck. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
It's your story.
We-
Is it a lineup?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it
To
would
the
only
sea.
bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me,
Beyond
we'd
the
all still
sea,
be alive.
she'll be there waiting for me
Well, Barry
without a
dragged that
doubt.
damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape,
Probably,
he was out cold.
maybe true.
Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us.
Me every morning.
After that, can't remember a thing.
Why do you look like that?
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
Doesn't look good.
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody
I kind of
mist.
believe this. I mean, it's clear Albert was
First thing I recall,
enchanted or some shit, whatever you
that
call
damn
that.
warehouse,
So
me,
it's not hard to imagine this guy, the same thing happened. So
I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons.
I feel like I still have to press him a little hard though, because I'm not 100% convinced.
We arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so,
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
Oh, well, now I can't turn you in. My rebel spirit won't let me. Well, what if he did kill him in a murderingness? Whatever. Your actions look deliberate. Or like, I mean, I kind of get the idea of a grand family. They're old money.
the things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
It's not a very good defense, but we are in like crazy dream world, so
You mentioned
you're gonna make me ask him why he looks like that?
What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah.
Newcomer, and I'd
Newcomer
sure
with a
as
gun.
shit like to be a quick
Answer
goer.
the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters who control most of the city's
It'll be
underworld.
like that
The
nowadays
Blackwoods,
soon.
who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
What happened to the black?
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
Normally, this is totally insufficient evidence for me to think that he's actually not guilty here, but I just don't like Throgmorton, so
I won't tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak of madness.
there's
around
definitely
these parts.
a small chance,
inclined to believe
or
he
even
fell
a
victim to
moderate
it
chance,
somewhere.
that
Plus,
he did get infected by the same thing that Throgmorton's son got infected by as well. So,
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
That said, the port's still closed. What will you do?
it's probably gonna make
Right
my
here,
life
I
harder.
guess. Don't have a choice. The streets are flooded with police.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton. Leave as soon as you can.
Okay.
Thank you again, sir. I won't forget this.
Wow. Dun, dun, dun. What's with the wall chains? What? The fuck? Explain. That's what I mean. It's like this game's more like a fever dream than anything. It's writhing with wrongness. You have something to say?
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
It's a nice shirt. There's a couple of striped shirts I have my eye on, but I think they look a little too retro for me. So, I don't have the guts to get something like that.
Ugh, I'll miss the Carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Kind of like COVID situation going on here, where it's like some people aren't actually getting any aid and stuff. My brother works in the restaurant business, and they of course sent him home for a lot of the COVID, although not even the majority of it. And they gave him money for his unlost wages, but then they said later that that they made of your bureaucratic error, and then they charged him like, I believe, like $2,000, and he doesn't make much more above minimum wage. It's just kind of disgusting. These fuckers. My brother has like never missed a day of work either, like from being sick, except when they forced him to go that like time. It's so annoying. He's absolutely zero respect for the average person nowadays. Okay, I guess we gotta go talk to Throckmorton to spin him a yarn. Whoa. It's getting misty in here. Some kind of lighthouse or something. This place is dripping with evil, I mean mold. More likely to be mold. Stop. I found the murder. Is that my only option?
Mr. Throg...
What? I've committed...
I don't really care about the creatures, so...
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
Shouldn't we have lied about that?
No.
I guess what would we say?
I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
Yeah, yes.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth.
Making me hungry.
It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
I just finished like doing my boxing workout routine, and I can use some protein.
Wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests.
Oh, you've turned him into a agent of public good.
This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought
I feel like you'd have better odds of anyone solving the crime besides these police guys, but whatever. Trying to find the source of my visions. This one, sure.
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here.
He's got the red eyes too. He needs the eye drops. I have to go and buy some. I got really dry eyes lately.
In Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent...
Oh, it's refreshing to hear the words hysteria without female hysteria in the 1920s.
Geological expedition. I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source.
Oh, it's flooded recently? I thought this was just like Venice, kinda.
So I sent men to find out.
Oh. As above, so below is a reference to... Oh, I forget what the guy's name is. He's like the freaky guy who's into magic and stuff that was really popular. That's not very helpful, but basically what he's trying to say is there's a supernatural cause, essentially.
Has
Whatever.
your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it.
So Albert discovered evil eldritch artifacts
Why was he alone at the
and
port?
found the truth,
Where are
and it
the
drove
others?
him bonkers. Did he figure out that he's part of the the rich cabal and he's actually the bad guy? No, it's not like that. Not that kind of truth. Nature of time and space kind of truth, I'm guessing. I believe the 20s is actually when Albert Einstein was doing his work, which is kind of hard to imagine, but he's way older than I thought. I always forget that, so yeah. The flood is unnatural. Sure, whatever.
Your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something.
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed,
except I kind of know why he died, sorta.
I expect you're as interested in the expedition's
No,
results.
it sounds extremely dangerous, and virulent, and I don't want to be infected with extra madness. I doubt I have madness immunity because I have one madness. It's probably not how it works. You get one STD, it does not protect you from multiple STDs. I assume the same logic applies here. Let's talk about payment. Ask more questions.
I'm going to look into this. I'll need to know more.
Assume this is main plot.
I'll give you the
Maybe.
address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Got a lot of keys. I feel like the keys are so ass back in these days that you could have just...
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove.
Yes.
Here,
Yes,
show you.
quite. Let's talk turkey.
What about
Payment.
my expenses?
They
I
will
mean-
be reimbursed after you complete your task.
How about my expenses? I need to use that. That's a good way to bring it up.
For your work here at the port, I'll also include a fair
Including my time.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed.
American
After the
bucks
flood,
are out?
Oakmont returned to
Never.
bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Bartering. Okay, I gotta give a rant here. I'm sorry. Bartering is a myth. The idea that there's a Robinson Crusoe type island where people trade coconuts or whatever back in the primordial days is a lie. Ever since the dawn of civilization, the earliest civilization we know of being Mesopotamia, they had a credit system that involved currency that was backed by an authority, and bartering is only something that arises like randomly, but it's not anything to do with like pre-civilization or anything. It's just super unlikely to have bartering before civilization because it requires a confluence of coincidence, is how it's described to me. Like you have to have someone who's got fresh fish and the other person's got lambs at the exact same time crossing paths and trading with each other. And it's just not very likely. And no one's going to carry around a giant stock of fish hoping to bump into people to trade with them. That's not how it works. Currency was invented in Mesopotamia to, people assume, keep track of grain so they could protect themselves from times of drought and obviously famine, of course. Could be from the drought or whatever. It's usually just drought, honestly. Or, you know, or flooding. Flooding would cause that as well, famine. And yeah, so the Mesopotamians had these little cylinders, and you'd roll them out like a stamp, and that would be your credit card, right? And then they could go and check and see how much the community owed them in wheat and such. And the early Mesopotamian writing is literally tally marks because it started off as a bookkeeping system. So actually, money predates written language. And it's always tied to authority. It's those priests that made the money. And it is pretty much as soon as Mesopotamian civilization arises, it's like not long afterwards they get this money system. And they didn't use bartering. It's not a thing. There's no evidence that it was a thing in pre-civilization times, and there is examples of bartering, but they're really rare, and they're like in specific circumstances only, and it's not a widespread thing. So it's essentially, it's a myth. Why it's a myth? It's like an Adam Smith right-winger fake economics type hokiness or whatever you call it. Humbug. Just have to put that out there. If the game ever puts something like a reference to that, yeah. There's a reason you don't barter. Even with gold, it doesn't make much sense. It's too easy to manipulate the market with gold, right? People, they used to do kind of bartering between nations during the mercantilist age, where nations would try to hoard gold and silver. The problem with that style of economics, and it didn't last because it doesn't work, is that when you hoard gold, inevitably, if you ever, there was wars, a lot of wars back then, so they would hoard the gold, and then they would spend the gold to buy mercenaries, but then as soon as the gold left the floodgates to buy these mercenaries, because the war, they'd suddenly have to do a lot of spending, the value of the gold would drop to like nothing, and it basically, these nations were like, oh, this is a terrible idea. When we hoard the gold and we actually want to use it, the market gets flooded and it's worth way less than we thought it was. It's better just to have the army through like taxation or some other mechanism where we can control that a little bit, right? So yeah. But people back then believed that hoarding gold was the key to like having strong nation wealth, and it just doesn't work. It's also blamed, the gold standard and the gold hoarding mentality was also blamed in part, or also was blamed to be one of the part of the causes of the Great Depression. I would say the main cause is just rampant stock market speculation. The stock market was brand new, probably around this time period this game takes place in. But people were extremely optimistic about it, like they kind of are with cryptocurrency now, except the stock market was way more of a big thing when it came out than cryptocurrency even is. And because there was like, it was like the world's first bubble, and then it crashed. That was probably the main reason the Great Depression happened. The second one was the gold standard, because with the gold standard, you put out the gold to spend, but then you have to wait for the gold to come back through taxation. And you can't just print extra money. You have to wait literally for it to come back into the coffers before you can spend again. So there's these long lulling periods before the government can respond to any sort of like, say they want to like up the spending on roads to create jobs, to pull people out of the recession. They have to wait to do that. And that was another major problem with the Great Depression. I'd say those are the two main reasons as far as I've ever researched. There might be a few more, but... And as with a lot of that stuff, there's some contention, but I think it's pretty much a closed shut case kind of thing. Personally. Cooked him. I think I'll just take a little nap here. To be honest, the hotel's probably not much better. Okay, so we're like dreaming now. So we like kind of collapsed and we're having like a vision. I think this is like the cinematic trailer a little bit, but not as high graphics. It's creepy, yo. Unleash the Kraken. I just love the sound in here with the thunder and the rain splattering, and everything's just so wet and moldy. You can hear the mold whispering in your ear cavities as it grows. I used to live in Washington, so it's like pretty much this kind of weather all the time, virtually. It's very wet. I do not need a recap. I remember what happened 10 seconds ago. Oh, this is one of my pictures. This must be my vet buddies.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
I don't know what that... It's Latin, obviously. I don't know what that means, so... No idea. Not going to learn Latin anytime soon. I found that learning to read languages is actually surprisingly easy. Because you can go at your own pace. And it's easy to catch everything. So I might try learning some French, just because some of my favorite authors write in French originally. And then I might do Russian, German, Spanish maybe later. This is kind of like something for me to do when I'm an old man, maybe. Right now I'm learning Norwegian because I plan to just move to Norway at some point, especially if I don't do any activism here. Because I just want out. This place is a fucking hellhole. All of North America's. It's either going to become a Roman Empire type state oppressive thing, or it's just going to go straight to the dogs, one of the two. It's not going well. And personally, everyone I talk to kind of has the same vibe. They just don't put it that way. Yeah, we got a different outfit. This is the very much more warm, cozier, a little fancier. I feel like this outfit does not fit the game. Like, it's very, like, almost modern looking, right? But it's very cool. I kind of like it. I used to wear these more traditional outfits to make it more immersive, right? Because this does look more like what you would people would wear in this weather. But we're gonna stick with the newcomer outfit. Let's just look at it. I ain't paying for that. Alright, that's pretty cool though, for sure. Yeah, this is probably more what people would actually wear. Which is great if you want to go full immersion, like you're, role playing as an actual newcomer. But I'm not really too into that right now. I just like the style of this one. I didn't wear it a lot actually because I thought it was a little too contemporary. This is a character's diary. So you got attacked by some otherworldly beast, which is basically the plot of the book Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, so he's like a survivor from one of Lovecraft's stories, and the plot picks up from there. Simple, but effective. I like it. What's this?
Never again, they say.
I can't. What does it say? All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream. I feel like that's almost Oscar Wilde, but I know that's not right. Charles Reed. All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream. Yeah, so I feel like that's a reference to like almost having like dissociative disorder from too much stress in the war. Sort of like this idea of detachment from reality to becomes like your worldview. Whoops. I clicked outside the screen apparently. That's interesting. I have a lot to say about dissociative depersonalization disorders and things like that, but I don't want to do that right now. This bathroom is a horror show. Excellent. Ooh. Run, save your life, and leave this Drox city to the depths. Don't dig into its secrets, for they are not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. Please heed my words. I have no choice, because I'm going crazy. It's a cool letter, though. It's like how he follows it up in a way that makes sense. Cares enough to like give us a good warning. Look at this fancy ass radiator. That's cool. It's got decals on it. Everything's got like sea themed art. Drugs. Laudanum. I believe it's for sleeping usually. Oh, it's opium. Just straight opium in a bottle. Classic. Yeah, opium consumption was one of the great evils of the British Empire. And yeah, people took it a lot back then. Oh, I've even got the needles, injection style. That's some hardcore shit right there. Yeah, I even think the Sherlock Holmes books, which are a little earlier than this, I believe Sherlock Holmes is pre-World War I. They have a lot of references to opium in those books. And a lot of 1920s movies, because I like watching old movies, also have opium in them. Like Spione, Spies, I believe. It's a 1928 Spies movie, Spione. Please take more care of yourself in the future. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's go. Wait. Oh! Mind if I... Oh. Someone's, got a hobby. Lock the door. They are just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get in here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares a little longer, and I'll figure them out. Ah, Yellow King. I love the King of Yellow as a story. I thought it was really good. Johannes is clearly a reference, and we should be very cautious about that. Ooh, free shit. It's one of those games that encourages you to rob everybody. Oh, they got newspapers. That's cool. I don't think you can read these books or anything, but it's cool. Oh my god, this is a sick desk, yo. It's a little low, but it's also kind of overkill for here, but we invade everyone's. Oh, we've got ourselves. Oh, that's nice. Look, Johannes is so charming. He gave us a little business thing. He also is probably like the equivalent of the devil. We'll ignore that. I forget, maybe you can even join him at some point. I'm not too sure. It's been a hot minute since I played this, so it's kind of semi-blind in a way.
The door.
Oh, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. Your landlord.
Won't budge.
Excellent. Most excellent. Seems some things never change. Yeah, I don't know how he would ever know if there's extra scratches anywhere. So that just seems like a douchey threat for no reason. Landlords are parasites. They're just freaking awful. Nobody wants them to do what they do. They contribute nothing to society. I mean, I guess technically you can make the argument that like people who don't want to stay at a place for too long need the landlord to like maintain it because yada 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 yada, but we all know that's bullshit. The funny thing is that I find people on the left can make the right's arguments better than the right can make their own arguments, but the arguments are just like weak. Pretty much how it is. Whoa, that's funky. Yeah. Wait. Someone's collecting. Who puts their books under the sink? That's the most disturbing thing in this whole room. Okay. Grab everything. I'm leaving now. Is that it that's in this room? What did we do with this shit? You guys are just cool Easter egg. That's fine. Still gonna feel for the game. Like, I don't know how many secrets are actually lying around. Oh god, I'm lost. I'm a failure.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister. You want to stay on here? You stop making all that noise.
Do I make little shrill screams in the night?
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable.
That wasn't me. It was the neighbor. He clearly has the ritual circles.
It stops, all right?
I didn't do anything.
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing.
Literally.
Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly
What
with your
about
guests.
the money?
Are we the ones
That
keeping
make
you
me
in
get away with some
business?
stuff?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew
Madness.
it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Cool. The terrible fetus. Ah. Is it like the anti-BB? It's like Death Stranding if BB were evil. Ugh, this is lame. I'm not gonna do that. I'm barely able to pay attention to this game. I ain't paying for that. How is Oakmont treating you? I don't really understand that too much. Something about Blackwoods, which shows a grand family, are supporting perhaps this guy. Oh, look at this. Yo. It's a conch shell. Okay, that's cool. The fuck? Oh my god, spider crab. That's freaky. Dude. Oh my god. Imagine having this. I mean, I don't live near the ocean, so it'd be a little out of place, but that's freaking dope. Assuming it works. Cool fireplace. That's also pretty dope. Obviously, it's dirty. I mean, assuming you clean it, right? What is that thing? A teapot? That's probably not what it is. I don't know. Oh! Cowabunga! She's gonna do the WWE slam move. It's a cool fan. Yeah, everything here looks really good. It's just also very dirty. It's got a pile of rags in the corner. What the fuck? This game really gets the wrongness across, right? Oh, what's with the fuse box? I guess they have electricity at this time period. I always forget about that. Makes sense. That would be such like a new thing-ish. Not super new, but man, it's crazy to think that people adopt electricity that fast. Must have been a big deal. Oops. This is like fast travel. That's cool. It's like leaking. Yeah, let's just walk around. You know, we'll walk around with a goal in mind. Expedition's headquarters, that makes sense. We could go there. Culver side of the crossroads of Asher Road and Hubbard Avenue. So the thing about this game is you actually have to find the location. There's a radar, which I might turn on, because I've already done the whole completely navigate by memory, which I thought was a cool way to play. I kind of recommend it if you're a big fan of this game and you want extra immersion. The feeling of trying to memorize these twisting passageways is kind of like a conducive to the atmosphere. And like you feel like you have to like try to focus really hard to overcome the insanity. So yeah, I recommend that if you're a big fan of the game. If you're not a big fan, it's probably not important, but I don't remember what the fuck it said. Asher Road, Hubbard Avenue. Hubbard, here we go. Asher. Alright, heat. Right here. We want to put, yeah. So we just go left. We'll take the boat. I kind of like the boat. It's cool. Okay, it's getting a little old. It's gonna take me forever to figure that out. Wait, what? Cool boat. So that's over. Oh, we got a compass up top, but you could turn that off, but I'm not going to. That's a cool outfit. I do like the jacket with like either plaid pants like that look or a plaid vest. Not both though, one or the other. I think that's a dope look, personally. If you ever watch Gangs of New York with Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis, they got that kind of style. It's a good movie. I think it's pretty solid. If you're like into politics, it's also worth watching because it deals with the corruption of mayors during that time period and also people's uproar against the draft in the Civil War and how you could pay your way to get out of the draft, and people were very aware how corrupt and like favoritist it was. It's an interesting time period. I think it's a good symbol for all of American shitty politics in a lot of ways. The movie doesn't really focus on that too much, and I don't really like the romance plot, but it's still a really good movie. I think people even like it more nowadays. I like it. I'd rewatch it even. I'm not a big movie rewatcher, but this guy's cool. He's got like a sweater vest. He's like a little dorky, but good movie. This guy's collecting crosses and babies. Okay, that's a hot commodity, perhaps. And this is where we get completely derailed because we listen to everybody.
Sins and repent. Kay Almighty will punish the wretched by sending terrors unnamed creeping from the abyss below. Atone for your deeds before it's too late.
Okay. Pretty simple proselytizing. Is that how you say that? It's not how you pronounce that. This guy. That guy's like the salt of the earth there. He's like, I'm going to my job. I have to count the beans somewhere. This guy's got the weird swagger with his arms out. Yeah, I hope this game is quite updated because there was a lot of like glitches and the people walking around kind of behaved funny, but it is what it is. Yeah. What's he got in his backpack? Shoes. Has he found any pairs yet? I assume that's like the jackpot of shoe collecting. Clearly people don't have like real jobs right now. I guess this is... I feel like this is supposed to be the 20s, but like the Great Depression vibes are very high. Obviously it's a game, so they can do whatever they want, that's fine. Great Depression would put it in 1929-ish to like whenever that ended. I don't know, did Great Depression really only end when World War II started? That can't be right. Maybe that is right. My grandfather was around during the Great Depression, I'm told. I guess he got married really late. And he got put away for conspiracy to commit bank robbery, interestingly enough. And he was very paranoid of the government from then on out, and then moved to Canada. I don't know how he managed to do that, but so I've been told. I didn't really meet him, so it's just a story I've been told. Take it with a grain of salt. Hello, sir. This guy's just out here living his best life. This guy's on a mission. I like it. This guy's got a whole heckin' job. Damn. Shining shoes. If that counts as a job. This is the best you're gonna get around here. Okay. Oh, and these buildings. Classic American brick. Brick was highly prestigious back in the day. That was ritzy material. Nowadays, it's kind of just like, it's classic. You still have to pay a lot for it, but it means that much anymore. This guy. Oh, oh, he actually comes over to get shoe shine. Maybe they did improve a lot of the AI walking around. That's pretty cool. They don't talk much, though. But I'm sure that's on purpose. So you can go into random houses. This one's got like art on the front. That's cool. And this is like a little bit of monsters. Oh, never mind. This is not a random house. This is our objective. But you can normally go into random houses. Boots. Boots with the fur. Apple bottom jeans. This little dude, he's waiting for something. It's like it's this big. Believe me. How did they go on the expedition? This boat is way too small. It's the whole world. If this was truly a North American map, they'd just have North America. America's the whole world. Right? Someone's got a really large boot.
Guess I don't need the key.
Good. That's how I like it. That's funny.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Yeah. Dangers of diving. Paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, dizziness, seizures, convulsions, or words coming out all weird. That's the technical term. There's a word for that actually, but I don't know what it is. I only remember discombobulation. It's from the Sherlock Holmes movie. I don't think that's the right word though. It's just like confusion.
Someone smashed it beyond repair.
Damn, that was probably a good one. Well, it's a bit of an antique though. That one's a little too big. That's like the first edition. This would be the one that would be in before pre-war kind of size. Oh, my eyes are so dry. Typewriters, some pretty fancy tech. Moby Dick himself. They finally got him. Shove it. Shovel it, I mean. Can we make more bullets? We got revolver rounds. Let's make a couple more so we can reload a bit. But I think we're gonna be using. So we gotta do this. What the fuck? Oh god. Disturbing, intrusive thoughts. You can only imagine of suicide. Suicide is a very serious issue, which I will not talk about at this time.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Yeah, but there's also like a clue here, right? Can we follow it? I see, said the blind man to his deaf wife. Damn, that's a big propeller. This is probably worth a pretty penny. Huh? Oh. Clicking on stuff outside the screen. It does not like windowed mode. Doesn't play well with it. The supplies. Supplies, motherfucker. That's just to help you find it down here, which it's cool that they give you 2 ways to find it. Oh damn, what the fuck is this? Whoa! I was admiring the feet fetish statue, you asshole. Could I pull out my gun? Oh, I got capped. Didn't really expect to get attacked down here. Yeah, the combat in here is like nothing to write home about, but I actually like it. It works, it's simple. It encourages you to use melee if you want to save bullets, but you don't have to. Well, he shot me in the arm or some shit. Dick. Hopefully I find something to fix that. Show feet. Not a foot person. But it is a meme.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Yeah, I was gonna... Honestly, it'd probably be worth a lot if it wasn't working. You can always go crab fishing with it, that's worth something, right? What the fuck is this noise I'm hearing? I'm hearing some disturbing ass noises. So this guy just went crazy or something and tried to kill me, I guess. It's a generic crazy enemy. There really can't be everything that's here, right? Remains to be seen. Oh, there's stuff up there, eh? So it's just this free loot. Oh, I do not care about that.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Regret everything. There's a clue upstairs, but I just feel like maybe there's more to this area, but maybe not. We didn't look at this statue. So it's like a boy with a wolf. That's interesting. Or is that a wolf? That's some kind of weird sea monster. That's creepy, I guess. Okay. So we unlocked this, I guess.
Grab the papers.
Grab the
Smash the
papers.
rest.
Got him.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Just pick it, pick it. You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Words to live by.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Oh my god, I don't fucking know. I wasn't paying attention, man. Definitely the door kicking down is first. I'm just going to assume it's in order of like traversing. You know. Ooh, why am I moving randomly?
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
The barbers.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters.
Wasn't paying attention to this
They
guy.
didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
What could be their motive? They're surely just troublemakers. Is it really wise to try to understand evil? My favorite character is Victor from Vermintide. He's so funny. Oh my god, that guy is hilarious. One should never grade evil. I just love him. I think he's hilarious. My other favorite character is Duke from Resident Evil Village 8. I can't think of any quotes he says right off the top of his head, but... Oh, have a wonderful adventure. That's something he says. It's not exactly super interesting quote, but I think it's cool. Hello.
These samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
Yada, 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 yada. Spooky stories. If I wanted to read that, I'd read some H.P. Lovecraft books. I'm just here for the atmosphere. Whoa, look at this shit. I'm here for the props. I'm not even gonna lie. Look at this prop. Oh my god, that's fucking creepy. Look at those eels, yo. Are eels tasty? I imagine they taste really good, right? Is that my brand that I want to eat everything? Is that what it's? I'm always hungry when I'm streaming, man. I need to buy like healthier food. Not gonna lie, I dope myself up with caffeine, so like I don't need to eat, but then I'm like, well, it'd be nice. That's England, I think. Is it? Yeah, England and Wales. Jolly old England, land of the brubs.
Can't say I ever saw another shell like it.
I saw that once. It came out of my nose. I'm sorry, that's the best. That's the highest level humor you're gonna get here. That's all we got. We got bitter, cynical, caustic critiques of everything. I got nothing nice to say, and bottom of the barrel humor. That's the formula. The winning formula, folks. Nice lamp. I think I'll take it. Okay, surely we're done with here, right? Draw. Actual 7 bullets. That's cool. E evidence collected. Do we check that out here? on... We do Mine Palace shit. Clues to follow. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. There may be recent postings or ads about the freighter in the Oakmont Chronicle. So the Oakmont Chronicle, if I remember correctly, is at the newspaper place. Don't ask me what the newspaper place is actually called. That's definitely not the technical name for it. The library, yeah, that could be it. The library, yes. I'm actually not a big library person as much as I love literature. Because it's like my library doesn't have any good literature. It's just pulpy shit, man. It just is what it is. I don't know. I feel like I can get away with saying that because I'm a Jigga fan of lit. Dang the newcomer! I did bump into her. That was actually honestly fair. How does she? What if I changed my outfit? Would she still know? This guy's dressed pretty much the same as me. Like, how does she know? Can we mark it? Yeah, I guess we can. So it shows up on the compass, which makes it easier. Again, I recommend playing without the compass if you really, really, really like the game. But you don't have to. This guy's having a bad day. Hello. Metal railings, it's pretty fancy. Suits and top coats. Finest clothing. I buy most of my clothing from Ted Baker now. I buy mostly used as well, because it makes more sense. You usually get a lot of good pieces. Highly recommend them. This shirt actually is not from Ted Baker. It's a rare exception in my wardrobe. I still like this one's more comfortable. It's a little casual. I kind of like the boating sequences. Maybe it's like the ancient genetic semen in me or something. Oh, that sounded weird. You know what I mean. Everything's going green, man. Where are these freaks? Oh, they're trying to ram me. Oh! What? They loader. It loads. Is that how you say that? I don't know. This guy, he's doesn't want to look at anybody. Nice briefcase. This is a well-dressed individual. Damn, for a city in decay, it has amazing architecture. This is extremely expensive real estate. I guess it's all decayed and shitty now, and the whole city's flooded, so it's like...
All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
I would, but you won't let me, apparently. Maybe I'm broke. I guess this is the library. This guy's actually out here fucking reading. Who does he think he is?
Hey, knock it off.
I'm sorry. Oh man, I ruined his... Frick, I was gonna try to look at his book.
Hello?
Hello.
Welcome to Oakmont.
I remember you. She's from the trailers.
Joy Hayden. Can I help?
The heck?
Charles Reed, private investigator.
I'm gonna ask, what's with the mouth? I gotta know.
I apologize for my bluntness, but can I ask you a question?
Mouth?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Punishment. Long story.
Again,
Okay.
sorry for me being so direct, but that can't be legal, can it?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
It looks like torture.
Legal in Oakmont. Local custom.
Huh.
Okay. That's still very disturbing, but maybe we'll deal with that down the road.
I need to see your book catalogs.
Sure. Over there.
And that's it? No payment, no threatening, no favors in return.
It's a library.
Library public. Knowledge for everyone.
Yay.
Well, that's music to
The
my
only nice thing in here.
eyes.
Again, I cannot recommend ZBooks enough. Use the Tor browser, go to ZBooks, get every free textbook you could ever want. Rip it right from the internet, download it straight to your desktop, right into your eyeballs. ZBooks is awesome. Most libraries don't even have like real textbooks and shit, so you're not gonna find it there either.
This city doesn't look like it has
Skip the paywalls.
except as fuel for fire.
Am I allowed to say that? Will I get freaking canceled by the
Mr.
corporate overlords?
Throgmorton. Funds. Keeps everything in check.
Really?
I better change the way I say that. I say,
I wonder why.
look at
He
them,
says
but do not
people
download.
need hope, entertainment,
Well,
escapism.
if there's any
Now
copyright
more than
claims,
ever,
they do
can't
take them
imagine
down, technically.
library without his help.
So,
Bye, Joy.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. What do we burn newspapers? Postings or ads? Maybe this is not where we're supposed to be. Local? We have to do 3 search conditions. Oh. Period. Modern? Publisher, author. Could be publisher, because like Oakmont Chronicle counts, perhaps. No information. Bummer. In the Oakmont Chronicle. I mean, there's tons of the newspaper lying around, but thought we'd find an old edition at the library, perhaps, because they usually have newspaper archives. Maybe we need to look into this a little more. Are these like mini quests or something? Yeah, I'm not really gonna do that right now. My OCD. Ooh, skills. I actually have a skill to use. Let's go check these locations. City Hall. Don't think it's there, but oh, Oakmont Chronicle is an actual place. Oh no, we've got too many quests. We need to delete. Whatever. Just mark anything there. So we're at the wrong place, but still have to check this out. So that was kind of cool. Let's look at the books of it. I'm a big book nerd. Just typical generic leather-bound situation with no titles. Not much to see here. It's very cool looking. One day I'd probably commission a full leather-bound set of all the books I like. It's very expensive though. It's way beyond my budget. Oh, yo, I didn't know people came in. That's awesome. Kind of slides around though. Oh, this guy's fancy. Why do you use the public library, sir? Staff only? Wait, what? Wait, what is this guy doing? You're not supposed to be in here, sir. He's super fancy. Yeah, the AI and the animations are a little janky. But, you know, at least they put some people in. This is not a high-budget game. They're doing their best. It's pretty cool. I do like the vibe, for sure. We're at the 2-hour mark, so I am going to keep playing, I think, but I do want to take a quick break and make some more tea and stretch. Because my back is very folded. I do not have amazing streamer stamina of some of those degenerate streamers that I'm sure we've all watched. That's cool. They got like special looks in here. Ooh, that one's kind of crazy looking with a dragon on it, yo. Dope. Forbidden knowledge. It is forbidden. Got our extra shoes down here. Ah, you gotta wear fancy shoes to draw attention away from the stitched mouth. I'm just kidding. It's mean to say. Oh, nice plants too. Those are cool. Actually, this is a really well decorated area. I don't know how the public library is like the one nice place. There's cobwebs on that fan. I don't know what that's about, but it hasn't been going for a while. No doubt to Throgmorton's charity or something. Okay. Oh, my apologies. That's why I need the extra tea. I'll be right back. Try to do a bit more. I'm actually kind of pulled into this, although it's a very slow-paced game. It's probably only something I enjoy, but it's not going to be the only thing I play anyways. So it's like whatever. Yeah, BRB. Ah, frick, my audio is off. I'm a dumbass. I'm like half awake. Yo, just cut me some slack. Yo, look at this guy's outfit. I mean, you didn't miss much. I was just running around complimenting everyone's outfits as per usual. That's awesome. I think I've actually seen that like somewhere recently. This is the worst tile. I just hate it.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
I say that a lot in my real life. More than I care to admit, even. Forgot to unmute. Hey man, Sykkuno does it all the time. I got a couple of free ones. Yeah, it's just cordial.
Guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say,
you're hella bland. You don't look that
Give me
bland.
An exclusive interview.
To be fair.
You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case.
Oh, you're interviewing me. I thought you wanted me to interview you. I don't know. I'm an idiot. This would make
I'm a private
the opener makes more sense as the opener.
The situation in the port was a good use of my skills.
Yeah.
Well, Detective Reed, I think
read him and weep. That's what they called me in the Navy.
But people may not like you poking your nose in. Maybe
I love
we'll
poker,
have the chance
though.
to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
Just be honest, why not?
Currently, I'm tracking down the source.
Maybe
of the
someone will
psychic
read this
phenomenon that's been
interview
causing madness
and help
and
us.
visions all across the country.
Yes. It affected people here, but
yes.
we were much more concerned with the flood. Though Robert Throgmorton sent an expedition.
Yeah, and then hired me to find it. Ironic, don't you think?
I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
Only streaming work like that.
Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know.
Extra. I got an achievement. I hate achievements. That's kind of cool achievement, though.
See you later.
Bye-bye. What's up? Chicken butt. This guy's got glasses. That's kind of cool. The dead plant. That's a vibe. Okay. Ah, yes. It's similar, but not the same thing. Don't want you. I mean, we kind of already know what we're looking for, but holy shit. We looked at all the side quests, and now I regret it. Wait, which ones? Oh, whatever. We know what we're looking for. Rimhaven Bay. Advertisements? Oh, we have to do selected evidence correctly. Oh, I do have to have this right one picked. Kudrit. Cow shit. It's not even here. Bro. I soft locked the game already? No way. might be a recent posting or ads about the freighter in the Oakmont Chronicle. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Unpin evidence. Pin evidence. How does this work? Let's try again. Ah, yes. Okay. Raven Bay. Advertisements. After the flood. 30-ton ship Titania is currently available for hire. You will find it fully equipped for transport, as well as the aid of underwater ventures and exploration for the price of 70 rifle bullets for the equivalent thereof per week. Those interested are urged to contact Captain Jeremiah Sanders for contracting details. He can be found at Pier 3, Oakmont Port, Grimhaven Bay. Working hard or hardly working? Never mind. Ooh, yeah, give it to me. Ooh, free booze. It's free. If it ain't locked, it's free. That's what my old grandpappy used to say. Oh my gosh, the tiniest. They just shrunk down the model for that, didn't they? Remember when they used to have miniature CDs for your computer? That's what that is. Trophies. Ugh. Biggest dipshit in the land. 2020. That should be the trophies they give out. 1926. Nice little teacup there. That's pretty cool. Some pencils. Now, they do have a lot of very good props in here. And they actually do a good job of making the areas that are like less decrepit feel more believable. So like this area actually looks really like, this looks like, you know, realistic. This is actually like realistic immersive kind of setup. So they clearly make the other places a little off on like purpose, right? Except for this tiny thing that I assume that's possible, right? It's just like smaller disc. I don't know why you would ever do that, but I suppose it's possible. That's it for up here. She's the only one with a nice office. Oh, there's more. I'm gonna keep searching around until it gets too boring. That's all I'm saying, game. Oh, they got printing presses. They look like they're kind of old, but they must still use them, right? Oh my god, there's holes in the floor. How far they have fallen. Meat. Gibby. Bowden. They are alt. Bimodrano. We must go now. Cool. Okay, so we have another clue. Man, this cheese really hit the spot. Fucking love cheese, man. Just thought I'd like to share that with everybody. Crackers, I just love cheese. Pier 3, Oakmont Port, Grimhaven Bay. Okay. Right here. So many water noises. I want to remind you how wet you are. Don't take that out of context. I have too many freaking markers on this map. Go back. Okay. No space to set it. believe there's a boat around here, but... And I went the wrong way. Oh well. It's an adventure. A shitty adventure. Make way for the king. Oh boy. Oh, this is a bad idea. So yeah, if you play this game a lot, you kind of get used to avoiding the infested areas. I'm just gonna avoid it because I'm a coward. Maybe that makes for bad gameplay. There'll be combat, I'm sure. Ooh, it's not letting me get back in the boat. Finally did. Detevai. Detevayan. Kanske. This way, maybe. I actually like the boating sequences. I've said that already, but they're pretty dope. These barnacles. Maybe we can get around here. It is out by the port, so I don't think we can go in the open ocean-ish area. Is that what they call it? We can't go out into the is it a bay? With this boat, I don't think, right? Is there a speed up mode? Oh yeah, there is actually. Ooh, something is breaking. Apparently the resolution decides to randomly change. Not that it matters a whole lot. Let's get rid of the black bars. I mean, that's not very... Okay, we'll just cut off some of the side or whatever. Sure, it's fine. I watched Sykkuno play Roblox. He's like, didn't seem to really like it. Just playing to like play with friends, I guess. But he's like, all these games are just like actual professional games, but ripped off. There's not even anything different about them. I'm like, yeah, it's true. Roblox is totally not. It's before my, or after my time. What do you call it? I didn't grow up with it. It's nice hot tea right there. This place is a little bit more of like a fishing wharf area. Not quite as built up. Brimhaven Bay Central. Get your bays here. The canning factory. Yeah, in the this period, to own a canning factory gave you like a really high profit margin, and it was kind of a barrier of entry for farmers. I believe in Grapes of Wrath, one of the primary themes is the farmers are prevented from selling their goods unless they have access to like a canning factory. So it's a way of like creating a high entry cost into the business. It's a way for like big corporations to consolidate, is that the word? Basically to buy up the little guys and capture some market share. Can I come in here? Is this... I think I'm on the wrong side. That's alright. Get around here. Grapes of Wrath is a pretty interesting book. It's kind of different around this period, although I think this period's like a mix of a couple different periods, I think. So I'd say it's fair to say the Grapes of Wrath has very similar themes. It's got themes of powerful, wealthy Americans taking advantage of poor people. It's got themes of like semi-apocalyptic events. Grapes of Wrath is all about the Dust Bowl. What would you call it? The Dust Bowl natural disaster. Classic example of businesses fucking over the environment. So they would plant tons of cotton because it sold really well for the war. They flooded the market, but cotton sucks nutrients out of the soil, and you have to rotate crops back in those days because they didn't have the fertilizer shit nailed down yet, to make sure the soil was still you could grow stuff on it still. But the businesses were so focused on short-term profits, they kept planting cotton over and over and over again until everything died out. And then since there was nothing to keep the dust in the ground, it would create these giant dust storms which would devastate all of the agriculture. And then they would send out flyers that would encourage people to move to California. But once they got to California, everything was so controlled by like corporation work towns, and the prices were all jacked up and everything was fucked because of course they've got too much labor there and not enough jobs. And which is great for the monopolies because they could dictate exactly how people worked. But it's pretty horrible conditions. Is that John Steinbeck? Yeah, it's that. Grapes of Wrath is a really good book. It's a pretty short read. Big recommend if you like books about wetness, because there's the last half of the book they're like being flooded out like to death. And you like books about struggling against poverty and against corrupt rich people, and then Grapes of Wrath is perfect for you. Big recommend. It's not necessarily a personal favorite of mine, but I do recognize it is an amazing book. I am the dumbest man in the land. Do not contest me on the stand. No one is dumber than him. No one is dumber than him. Oh, right. It wasn't like an exact location. I have to actually find it. It's on Pier 3. I don't even remember what we're looking for. Here's a 3. That's... Oh.
Thank Kay. At last.
It's me, Kay. No, wait, that's not me.
Help.
Thank baby Jesus. Kay's obviously a euphemism for our Lord and Savior, Christ.
But these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
I think Jesus Christ is a very interesting historical figure, and by no means religious, however. I just think he was a radical dude who pushed back against Roman authority a fair bit, and he was extremely revolutionary in his time, and honestly, he's a model for... He's kind of like he is sort of socialist, right? That's the thing. The religious part, I don't give a shit about. I guess you could chalk that up to Paul. The first, like... I don't know what you call it back then. Is he a priest? I don't know. He's kind of a pope almost because he's the leader of the whole church, so you could almost call him that. Maybe that's what they consider him to be. But actual Jesus Christ... Most people agree he was a real dude who actually did shit. Some of it might be inflated, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Kind of fought against the system. He did sort of like radical pacifism, which I don't know if it really works. But it's still interesting that he changed people's minds and helped to organize poor people to sort of make them see a common goal, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if I'd use him as like a template, but... Interesting historical figure. I think the Buddha is, philosophically speaking, way more radical and interesting, to be honest. He's just so much more out there and like against people's like standard way of thinking that they use to navigate their lives. It's like the normalized way to approach things. So it's just a personal preference, but...
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
Probably.
I saw Sanders. Help me.
Why am I talking to you?
I'll tell you
Is this
what
the
I know.
expedition crew that's lost? Combat. Nobody said there'd be wombats in this game. My natural enemy. I don't think we even have wombats in Canada. We have more than enough dangerous critters. Just gonna walk around like gun out. Oh, the gun actually has like a bit of sway when you move it. Wait, oh no, it's only when I'm walking. Never mind. Still kind of cool though. It's good animation. We don't need to use that because it's empty. Unless we get really cornered. Oh, I'm a terrible shot. Loret E3 net. Come at me. Come at me, Scrub Lord. Oh, I wish there was like a dodge. Oh, it is. Back up. Go into the kill. Harbor's been cleared. Like me sinuses. Sorry. Fight's over. You can go home now. PTSD's kicking in.
Every chamber.
I think I have a revolver now. Let's check it out. Check it out. Probably should load it. So yeah, managing your various weapons. Does this game save automatically? I think it has checkpoints, right? Yeah, okay. Thank God. It would be really weird if it didn't have checkpoints. It's like this is a fairly modern game. It's got a speed loader. That's no fun. There's nothing like the thrill of reloading in the middle of combat. It's not a direct quote. Oh, speaking of that, because I was referencing MGS1, Revolver Ocelot likes to reload. Actually, I think that might be MGS3? Maybe also 1? I forget. Speaking of that, MGS1 is on my shit list for games to play, so yeah. If anybody wants me to play that, I guess you can send me a message. Probably more influence than any of the other chatters can do that anyway, so I might actually take that into account. Gross, where can I see more? MGS1's got a lot of awesome themes and like social issues in it. Hideo Kojima is really good at layering in depth to his games, so there's a lot to like pull apart there, which is great. Plus I love it, it's a great game. I think it looks really good too. People think, okay, the faces are funny looking and ugly, but honestly, who's looking at the character's face most of the time anyways? Not here. It's abstract. I am playing this game so slowly, it's ridiculous. This is not a game I'm committing to beating unless people really want me to beat it, then I will, but I'm just mostly here for the atmosphere. And the story does, like I said earlier, it does sort of drag in the middle, so there's really no reason to beat this game. I feel like high on life I will definitely beat, because I feel like it's leading to something. And there's jokes the whole way through, so it's fun.
Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
Double axed him. Brutal. Crude and brutal. Me sinuses. Me sinuses, SpongeBob.
They were in high
Just that.
spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
Dude. Well, at least I'm playing fun games, even if I'm not drinking. I don't actually drink that much, but I do like to drink.
This would be a weird artifact in any collection.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. What is this? Kind of like a ghoul or something from like. It's supposed to be a ghoul from H.P. Lovecraft's
Weird
book.
artifact in any
I
collection.
was gonna say it's Giger-esque, but it's not really. It's more like Beksinski or something, like the bones sticking out. He's like a Polish. kind of abstract, not abstract, surreal artist, maybe is what you'd call him. You know, macabre artist. Is that how you say that? I don't care about this. Lame.
Cape Cod.
Damn.
It's here, but they've been erased.
I think Cape Cod is where my father actually grew up. And he was not from a rich family.
Cape Cod. There were marks here, but they've been erased.
He did like the lobster there. Lots of lobster to go around. It's not really a rich man's food so much in Cape Cod. So there's supposed stuff I'm supposed to do here. Actually, I want to keep playing more, but I think I'm just gonna leave it off here because, yeah, I feel like this is gonna drag us into a next main section of the story, and I don't want to get caught halfway between it. So, probably play some more Sinking City. I hope there's some people out there who want to watch it. If not, it's not a big deal. It's not, like, again, I don't consider this an extremely amazingly high-quality game. I love the vibes. There is some sort of critique of American culture in it, which I find interesting. The props look really cool. It deals with issues of racism, which are obviously a big thing in American culture, and it's you know, games that address it, I think it adds an extra layer, a reason to play it. Makes you think. Yeah. But, yeah, again, it's not high on my list right now. But that could change, so. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. And if I don't see y'all tomorrow, I will see you, I guess, Saturday. And hope you have a good rest of the evening. Bye-bye.